and we're gonna go into that game right now. I'm interested in seeing how Anthos has prepared for this match today. Uh, sometimes you're just not in the right form. Sometimes you're not used to the players. Uh, but being our reigning champion, I would put my money on him. Feels bad to say, but that's kind of the vibe I guess I'm getting from this tournament is who can take down Anthos.
No, absolutely. I think that's what it comes down to is we can only go off what we know. We can only go off what we've seen, and what we have seen is a very dominant Anthos. So I will be very interested to see what we see from what looks like a Shaggy pick to combat the Superman, the threatening Superman. They are going to go with a very strong hero to start off with, going to Trophy's Edge. I would be fearful, but I'm also very hopeful. I don't doubt that Sensooo can absolutely pull it out of the bag and rip the rug from underneath us. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen Anthos go to the second bracket, so we know that it's possible, but can it be done? We're about to find out. Superman versus Shaggy, Trophy's Edge.
Opening up with a jab, dash attack, jab combo. Shaggy is one of the few characters that is very strong up close with a lot of really powerful moves that can just shove Anthos out of his comfort zone. Just like that knee. Oh, try to go for a dodge read uppercut. Just kind of whiffs, but is able to open up and get a little bit more damage down.
Absolutely. Anthos is known for that lethal Superman combo that we've seen him win matches with. However, the upwards juggle from Shaggy is able to get a lot of damage in. Anthos is actually on the back foot here. 93 heat, only to 60. He is able to do a lot of damage. They build the heat up on Shaggy, but he's able to escape the combo. And now it looks like Anthos is on the hunt. It looks like Shaggy has a lot of very nice air control, a lot of good uses of the dodging. And it looks like Sensooo is back in control.
I wonder if anyone's going to be able to punish that combo since it's not true. And it looks like Anthos tries to end that ladder combo. Oh, that was while knocking Shaggy off the top. But he ends the up and down combo with a spike that is clearly not true. And everyone gets back off stage. But no one punishes what is traditionally a very laggy move with a very easily discernible hitbox.
I do think it comes down to execution. Shaggy is able to get the charge off, but they miss the knee. Anthos now at 152 heat, but not yet eliminated. He's built up 70 heat on the Shaggy now. It's a very nice amount of insurance. Not able to hit with the eye lasers in this instance, but he's once again, like we saw last week, he's using this ice breath of his to control the ledge, make sure Shaggy can't get back onto the surface of the stage and reset. He does get the elimination, does Shaggy, but at 100 heat, it's immediately stolen back by Anthos. Shaggy is now one stock down and a 0-0 reset.
It's looking hard. It's looking difficult. Shaggy's really has a little bit of everything, but is kind of your jack of all trades character. Has a decent projectile, has really good strong hitboxes, has decent combos, but you have to be able to catch the opponent and be able to do that. And it just kind of looks like, honestly, Sensooo is having just trouble getting everything together, able to clearly put on a lot of damage onto the Superman, just not being able to close out those stocks. It's gonna really hurt him this game and maybe the entire match.
No, absolutely. He needs to try and get that aerial control that we saw earlier in the matchup. He was doing very well on the opening, but once you let Anthos get control of a matchup, there's not much you can do. He has evened it out with the second stock and is able to get the charge off. Is he going to be able to connect with the knee? Looks like he's trying to line up for it. Anthos desperately trying to avoid that horizontal line. The thing is, with Shaggy at 108 heat now, he needs to play incredibly carefully. Anthos really just needs to get that one good combo, which he does connect! And he takes the first point of the match. Very well done to Anthos. What do you make of that?
Strong start from Anthos. I think he is playing really careful. Anthos is a patient man, an individual willing to wait out the opponent's mistakes and capitalizing on those mistakes as soon as they happen. I think, honestly, Sensooo just needs to do a slightly better job of capitalizing on those hits, trying to force Anthos further and further in the edge. Superman has a lot of really good zoning tools, but Shaggy's really good at getting in. And once he gets in, he can clearly get a lot of damage down, can get some early kills. Unfortunately, it just really felt like Anthos took a hold of the game really quickly and just never let go. Just kind of kept moving forward with the lead that he had until, even with that stock tie in the end, was able to easily close out that stock just because of the damage that he built up.
Absolutely. I think it does come down to a game of momentum at that point, and once Anthos gets into that rhythm, breaking out of it is incredibly difficult. It looks like we're not going to see a perk change at this point. Shaggy obviously betting on his power-up ability to go at 100% of his full potential. Looks like Anthos is going to stick with the sort of regular perk out set that we see him use a lot as we go to Sky Arena, using the platforms at this stage. And, Sensooo cannot allow for Anthos to get control of the ledge, because we know he is not afraid to just hold that ice breath, make sure you can't get in unless you're willing to take the status effects, take the chip damage. Able to get a very nice grab here, dealing a fair amount of damage. Yet to take any heat so far is Anthos.
Oh, apparently this is a game 1 reset. They went to the wrong map initially. I wonder how that's going. So we are actually returning back to neutral. This is where they decided that they wanted to go. They quickly played what can be thought of as, I guess, a warm-up match. And Anthos is, I guess, just hitting the pedal and getting this early lead, knocking Shaggy almost out, but Shaggy's able to return the favor with that charge up. I'm not entirely sure where Shaggy can go on the map against this Superman, but Sensooo hopefully is able to find something as he evens the damage up and is looking for this kill.
The issue you have going up against a Superman is obviously a character like that loves their aerial maneuverability. The platforms don't really benefit you massively, and as we see a strong elimination there from Anthos, Sensooo is going to need to desperately try and capitalize on the high amount of heat that he was able to build up. An incredible dodge from Anthos there, avoiding the elimination. Able to get a downward spike is Shaggy, but another amazing dodge, and here comes that vicious cycle combo again. The knee does connect, 152. Shaggy able to charge it up. He needs to connect this kick. Now he does, and he gets the elimination, evens it up. Obviously, Anthos having the warm-up match must have some kind of momentum going into this. But I guess the flip side of that is Sensooo now kind of knows how Anthos plays, knows what to expect, getting control of the ledge again. But Sensooo is able to avoid it, gets back in control, trying to deal as much damage as possible. 21 to 48. I really like that Sensooo, every time that he knows the combo is going to end, he just regains center stage and charges his Super Shaggy, I guess, just a little bit. And every time that he's able to, abuse that charge up, gets a strong hit, but loses all of his air tools, and just kind of slowly falls to his death there. It does sort of factor in, obviously you need to be able to land, you need to basically be able to reset your utilities. However, it does also give that little bit of a stall that in some cases we've seen throughout this matchup does kind of throw Anthos off a little bit. You know, going to make a move from the predicted fall only for Shaggy to be able to stall it can sometimes be the difference between 40 damage and 50. Although it does look like Anthos is going to try and get this elimination as quickly as possible, hitting a 98. But
No mystery here.
Shaggy is able to grab it, and now obviously it's all evened up, but with 62 heat already taken, I mean, the insurance is surely already been paid.
Yeah, I mean, Anthos takes a clean kill to close out game 1. Unfortunately,
I knew
I
we could do
think
it.
that Sensooo does a really good job of using, or fortunately, Sensooo does a really good job of using that side special to close out the stocks. Unfortunately, I think it got a little too predictable, and Anthos was able to space around it, do the Anthos thing, and close out the game.
Absolutely.
Now,
I think it really, you can't be using the same moves over and over again against Anthos because of how adaptable he is as a player.
I wonder if there will be a character switch from either player. Maybe Anthos is not looking to play the Superman or just didn't feel that good. Maybe Sensooo is feeling the pressure of going up against the reigning champion. I mean, Sensooo did a really good job, honestly, going up, playing this uphill battle, right? He did a really good job of trying to charge up, trying to get the strong hits, quick combos, poking here and there. Unfortunately, I think the one thing that I would love to see Sensooo do if he does decide to stick with the Shaggy is know that when he lands that down aerial at the high percents, that that's probably not going to connect with a kill move. And taking that time to retake center or charge to get a really strong special move to hunt for a kill that way instead. But we're going to go into game 2 here. It looks like we're going back to Sky Arena. What do you
Using
expect?
I mean, again, we're seeing the use of the platforms in this instance. I think that really when you're playing as Sensooo is, when you're in this position, you know, you're a point down, you gotta remember that it's not over. It's not, the match isn't won until that second point is scored. All it takes is a quick opening and a very strong combination of moves in order to get Anthos on the dangerous side of an elimination. The biggest thing Sensooo needs to focus on right now is avoiding that combination of moves, that constant juggling that Anthos has constantly and perpetually put him through throughout this matchup. Again, we're seeing the use of the Super Shaggy charge up in order to stall the falling, but in this instance, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Only 20 damage taken from Anthos. Sensooo is in a really disadvantageous position here. I'm not sure the strategy you're going to need to undertake in order to recover from this. Because every dodge he's trying to take, every use of his kit, it does just land him right back into Anthos' moves. I think Anthos has him read. I think it's far too predictable.
I don't know if going back to platform Sky Arena was the right choice. Clearly, Shaggy's having a little bit of hard time landing and restoring all. Anthos tried to dodge through it, but yeah, Shaggy's having a little bit of trouble landing, and Anthos is just able to hit him over and over again, eventually getting to the point where he's able to get a stock.
Not making that mistake again.
I just don't know if this was the right choice, but Anthos doing that early Superman combo, trying to lead into another strong hit, while Sensooo looks for the kill.
Got a target.
It's looking dire. Sensoo's already at 86 damage racked up. I don't know what else he can do.
We have Anthos sat here at a 42. I can see the strategy of picking this arena. The platforms allow for more groundwork, higher chance of reset, but I think You picked the right arena against the wrong enemy. In this instance of Superman once again getting this ledge control